Hi, my name is Chloe Hamlet, and I'm going to be discussing why I believe that child marriage is wrong and that it should be fought against and stopped in third world countries, specifically India. This is important to me, the topic of child marriage, because I am a 17-year-old female and I believe that I am too young to be married. I do not see myself getting married anytime soon, and it is unfair, I believe, to force children to be married. So in India, specifically, child marriage is prevalent. The children that are put into the child marriages are typically between 15 and 19 for girls, which is right in my age group. So there's that, and then boys are typically 22. So according to UNICEF, India has the largest number of child marriages in the world, and that's 1/3 of all child marriages happen in India. So 1/3 of all of the child marriages in the world happen in India. That's a great number. Like, it's ridiculously high and it needs to come down. Child marriage violates children's rights. It places them at high risk of violence, exploitation, and abuse. Girls are disproportionately affected compared to boys. Boys are still affected, but the girls are just typically put into the marriage at a younger age, which leads to poverty, and they're not being educated and all sorts of things. Girls that are disproportionately compared to boys shows the evidence of gender inequality and discrimination of females in India. So child marriage is wrong in so many levels, and it takes the rights away from the children, places them at high risk of exploitation and violence and abuse, and it needs to be stopped. Many of you are around my age, so I'm sure you understand that we are very young, and if you look at a 15-year-old girl, you can't imagine her being married to a however old man. It's not ethical. It does not make sense. So now that you know how bad child marriage is, I'm going to tell you what you can do to stop it. So there are things we can do to help prevent child marriage. The policy brief identified by the International Center for Research on Women tells us what we can do to lower the rates of child marriage. First off, we can empower with information and support resources for people. 2, we can provide economic support. 3, educate community members on the topic of child marriage. 4, enhance quality support for girls and education for them. And 5, encourage supportive laws and policies against child marriage. So child marriage should be banned in India, and it's very wrong. I've explained the basics of why child marriage is wrong and how it affects the children and what we can do to stop it. So I hope that you now understand the terrible part of the world that does allow child marriage. Child marriage is wrong and it needs to be stopped. Thank you.